So greetings and welcome. Today I'm going to speak about do something slightly different today. I'm going to look at the two demographics or type of characters. The first one is the lion and the second one is the crying joker. And I'll tell you a bit more just after this intro. Stay tuned, you're going to love it. So welcome back. My name is Jay. I'm from Karnak Holistics, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. And as I mentioned today, I'm going to be talking about and showing you something slightly different to what I normally do. It's called The Lion and the Crying Joker. Now, before I go on, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little notification button to let you know when I do more videos. So without further ado, let's get into this and let me just explain roughly exactly what I did and why I did it and what these two characters represented. And they are archetypes of me or of types of people. So let's start with the lion. Now the lion is the confident, the strength, the majesty, the respect, the courage, and he embodies, or she embodies, everything that involves into justice. They stand up for what's right. They know what they do is going to be dealt with no matter what, just because of who they are. Sometimes it can come across as arrogant. Now it'd be interesting to know what you feel if these characters are, if the lion is arrogant or confident, because it's, I try to keep it as broad as possible, because the lion, I'm not talking about the lion as in the protector. I'm talking about the alpha male, the one that everyone probably sees and probably fall in love with, even though he's a bit of a bastard. I forgive the terminology, but even though he's a bit of an ass. But what was quite interesting about it is that when I put it together and I think about it, and I was talking to the collective about it, and we was all in conference, I really wanted to try and pinpoint and show exactly how I am as a lion. I'm not that character, but what runs through my veins at that time when you're a lion and when I'm the crying joker. And it's really quite interesting. And when you're sitting in the middle, who are you? What are you? What is the name of that being? What is that characteristic? So without further ado, I'm not going to go on anymore. Here he comes, the lion and the crying joker. Would you stop looking at me? What? Would you stop staring? I will do it eventually. And I'm struggling with determination. I'm trying to focus on what I'm getting. But at the end of the day, stuff is hard at the moment. But I'm just stressed out. And everyone's always bullying me and picking on me. No one ever helps me, even though I'm always there for them. Fed up with it. Fed up with helping people, giving them the best of me, and all they do is complain. At least I've got my friend here, and you all can just go away, leave me in peace. I'm stressed, and I'm fed up, and I will eventually have the determination to do it, whether you believe me or not, so you can just go away and leave me in peace. Yes, so you're saying, hey, is this my herbal tea that I demanded earlier on?
Yeah, it is. Why? Yeah, it is.
Is it? It don't look like herbal tea.
You're on now anyway. You're on.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want me to talk?
Yeah,
okay.
Hold on. Go on, go.
Chill out. So you want me to talk about the lion, eh? You want me to tell you about what the lion's about? I am the lion. When I talk, people listen to me. That is quite clear. I have strength and I'm focused. When I go for something, I always achieve it. I don't wait for people to tell me when I can achieve it, when I can go for it. I just go and I go and get it. I spent too long waiting for them little pussies hanging about the streets telling me, yo, you need to just wait for us to back you up. No, I ain't got time for that. If I'm going to make money, if I'm going to change lives, I need to get ready to strive. That is just how it is. And if they don't like it, they can stay in their little pen. They can stay there. I don't care. I just gotta roll. I gotta move with the times. If I don't move with the times, I would never move forward. Alright, so I'm broke. So I'm like, you know, my mate was just needed help, and so I just thought I'd help him out. So I gave him some money, and then gave him more money, and then borrowed him my car, which he kind of crashed. And then it's alright because he said he would fix it. When I brought him some more money to get that fixed, he would pay me back that money. And then eventually, when he pays me back that money, then I can start repaying the original money or the debt that I got into ages ago. But don't worry, it's all sorted. Stop stressing me. I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm talking about. It just takes a bit of time, but I trust him. And him and his girlfriend, I promise that it will help me out and sort me out. So I'm going on holiday soon, and he just said, after all the stress I put them through, because I lent them all this money, they got into all this trouble, now they're stressed and they need a break. So they asked if I can borrow them or give them my tickets to go away to Spain for a couple of days, a couple of weeks or so. But I said, yeah, fine, because you know they're stressed, and I'm alright because I'm still working. I mean, someone has to be here to pay the bills, don't they? So as long as they have a good time, they're my friends. That's what matters. So one of my great things about being who I am, that you need to understand, okay, made this quite clear. These Armani suits, or these Boateng shoes, Oswald Boateng shoes and suits, don't come cheap. When I walk with some of my friends who are of nobility, one has to make sure that I'm focused, determined and strong and focused on what I do. And everything I want to achieve and everything I want to go and be, for example, if you just wait 1 minute. That's cold now.
We should have drank it then, innit?
I'm just vexed.
I don't know what your problem is.
Alright, calm down.
What? Got my nerves, man.
So, one thing, let me just tell you a quick story. I was out with a few friends of mine and we was in Windsor, just chilling, as you do. And we were just hanging out, talking to a few girls and just, you know, kick back, relaxing. And then this Range Rover pulls up and it was Will's. Yeah, Will's. Prince Will. And I've met him a few times, Ascot, Sandringham, places like that, up in London. But, you know, my mates obviously haven't. So I had to make sure that I was coming correct and respecting William because he's a friend. So I said, how you doing? How's Kate? How's the kids? And he said, they're good. And I said, I'll have to come and hang out with you. I'll come see the family soon. Love to your grandmother. And they all looked at me and said, do you know William? I goes, no, of course I don't. I mean, what stupidness is that? Of course I know William. I mean, I think someone like me is not going to know royalty. That's just who I am. You know, one of the things I really realised about myself is that I always deal with stuff that is important to be dealt with. For example, I went off and I managed to sort out my bills. Okay, so the court took me to court and I had to pay it off slowly but surely. But hey, what the hell? At least I managed to pay it, right? Or paying it. Alright, so I got more bank charges, and so I was rushing to get there and I went through a red light. Now I've got a ticket. But people always been using me to get what they want. Always been taken from me to get what they want. And I'm trying to deal with this day in, day out, and all I'm just getting from you people is that I should be doing a lot more to deal with this. Now, do you know what it's like to be stressed out like I am all the time? Dealing with this pain from within, dealing with this anxiety and this stress that people keep giving me. All right, so at the end of the day, I knew that these people, I had the money and I could just pay them off whenever, but I just choose not to. I just choose to go and buy more clothes, but that's just my choice, right? It's my money. Why should you be upset? All right, so I went to borrow from my friend or my brothers to say, look, I'm stressed and I need to go out and pay my bills. And yeah, they kindly gave me some money, or my best friend kindly gave me some money. So I went and I bought some more clothes, you know. So I don't know what the problem is. All right, so the bailiffs are coming around tomorrow. I don't know what you're stressing for, because you know what? At least I look good when the bailiffs come around, isn't it? One of my companies I sold for 1.2 mil. I gave at least 55% of what I made on it to my charity, and that was to help children. I honestly strongly believe in helping young deprived individual children, because when I was growing up I had nothing whatsoever, and it just goes to show that if you have the money, the power and the focus, you have the ability to change lives. But I thought that was the case, but I was always changing lives even when I didn't have money. It helps open doors on higher levels. Just remember that. So I've got 3 houses across the world. LA, one's in LA, one's in the south of France, and one's in Italy. And I've got a main home here, so that's 4. I don't count this as like houses across the world, because this is my home. I love England. England's always going to be my home. But when I go to LA and I go with some of my associates, and we've got stuff to do, it's a fact that people know who I am before I walk in the room. The room is, or the house, the food, the drinks, everything, the ensemble. I make sure my PAs know that I'm arriving, and that to make sure the restaurant I'm arriving with my entourage. It's just way it is when you have money. It's not arrogance. If you've got the best, buy the best. And I challenged somebody one time who said to me that I was a fake. That I just fake what I have, and I just use my money to get what I want and take control of people. That's not the case. Money buys control. Money, in a way, buys respect. But initially, love would always conquer all. Despite you may think I'm a genuine a-hole, my heart's in the right place, because deep down, I'm the lion. So, there you go. I hope you liked it. What can I say? I want to just reflect a bit on each of these characters, and when I played them, what state I felt in when I was actually in that state, playing that character, while recording it, and how I felt after, then shifting, doing the other character. Now, I started with the Crying Joker. Now, the Crying Joker, again, was a lack of determination, easy to be controlled, as you all know. Is a doormat, never ever deals with anything and just buries his head in the sand, or her head in the sand. And what I felt when I was there, I really felt like I was a bit of a waste man, you know. I was a bit of a waste man. I was like, is this guy's a prick? He was like, really? You can't be that bad, you know. And I was just talking as these words. I was just reciting these words and just going with character. But I really felt in that state like, yeah, it's okay for you to walk all over me. It doesn't really matter, you know, because I don't have an opinion. And it was okay that I didn't have an opinion. And I was just like, really? Like, and again, when you're there, sometimes we go into that state as a defense mechanism because we try to run away from other situations, and we call it burying our head in the sand. But we do sometimes do this, and it's not to that extreme as what you saw in the video, and you don't, have dressed like that. But I'm just wanting to be the demographics to be really, 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 really different. And for me, it was that when I was in playing the Crying Joker, it was just, I came out of it and I thought, oh my days, no, I'm afraid to go and pay bills. I'm afraid to go anywhere. I'm afraid to go to work because somebody may have a go at me, or I may not do something right. And it was really, 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 really a lonely place. And I really, in a way, had so much empathy for that character because how did they arrive there? Where did they arrive there? Now, all right, we don't all, that's extreme, as I said, but think about it. You may be able to pick out some of the things that you may be able to identify with. Not all, but some. You may say certain things that the Crying Joker says, or you may act certain things the Crying Joker has done. But I just thought it was quite interesting how the Crying Joker was just there, like, he seems to be blaming everybody else and always getting your fault. And as I got into the character, I felt I should blame you and stop stressing me, even though you weren't saying anything. It was really, really weird. And sometimes I honestly believe, like, in order for us to get in that state, we've done this when I was doing NLP, is to get in that state. And again, when I was doing counseling, we get to get into the state and really identify with those words, think, what is a doormat? Just act as a doormat within yourself, with other people, and see how you pan out with it. It was really interesting how it came about and what made me feel internally. And on top of that, never dealing with issues, and like I do deal with issues, which makes me laugh, because then I thought, like, so this ain't gonna be dealing with shit, It was really, really strange, but really, really informative, and it has opened a lot of doors for me to really analyse and grow through it and see how you guys obviously feel about it. So yeah, it's really cool. I really enjoy it. Now the lion. Now have you noticed something's changed? Obviously I put my shades on. Now the lion, he's a strength, and so I can't see shit when he's on. The lion has strength, majesty, power, strength. Strong. And it was really interesting when I used the word majesty, and then I started using Prince William. I don't know where that came from, but talking was with my friends. But did you notice how he kind of like separated himself from his friends, associated himself with his other set of friends, which would be William, and then returned back to his friends and then tried to deny he knew him, or they're just associates type of thing. And but then he turned around and said, yeah, well, you know me, everyone knows me, and Cool Will's know me, like, he's the BIM, the big man, But yeah, it was just really, really strange. The other thing was, when I was being a lion, looking at my strength and being strong and having the respect, is like when I was talking about going into the restaurant. I think, all right, so it's to a degree, but I mean, some divas are like that. Some people are actually like this, and I haven't based it on anybody, so don't try and be pinpointing people, because it isn't on anybody, and I know it's not me. But there are people that will go to a restaurant who have money and demand people to literally treat them like they would treat these people working in these restaurants and waiters and waitresses and restaurant owners like they're a bit of shit because they're paying for it. Yeah, all right, you're paying for it, but it doesn't mean you can treat them like they're crap. You got to treat them with utmost respect, because they're there doing a service. They are the expert at what they do. Like, you're the expert at what you do. That's why you make that amount of money. So at the end of the day, it's to respect each other's craft. And any of them, it was a right prick to a degree. But then he started speaking about courage and respect, and then I felt kind of like respect for the guy halfway through it, and if you was to ask me how did I feel more either way, I feel more of a lion internally. That I felt I could do anything. You know, I could now walk down the street and be like, yeah, well, you know, I am this. I'm the big I am, and you lot are nothing compared to me. But that's exactly how it felt, and that's exactly how it just unfolded as I was talking, and how I feel now, thinking on it. And so when I came out from finished doing the lion, I was like, oh my days, it's just so bloody strange. But that is what it is, you know. So tell me, what do you think? Please put comments below. First time I've done a video like this, and I don't know how it's going to look. I may change up a bit and do a lecture video about the lion and the crying Joker. But right now, I just wanted to just put this out there for you guys to just see exactly what this is about. So let me know, and what we do, I'll catch up with you soon. Stay strong, and namaste. And one more thing, look after yourself and also look after others. And namaste.